Hey everybody, it's Matthew Reinhart. Happy Easter! Let's make it pop. We're gonna make a really cool paper woven Easter basket. I love Easter. I love Easter every year, and I love making Easter baskets. I thought it'd be really cool. We will make a paper woven basket, and I've got a template for you. So all you gotta do is print it out onto cardstock. Now, there are several different pages of this, and you want to print them out on different colors. You definitely want them, okay, there's 3 different pages, so use 3 different colors. Now, we've chosen pink, blue, and white. It doesn't matter. Now, you're going to see that there are some dotted lines, like on all the templates we make for all of our different crafts. What do we do with those dotted black lines on our templates when we print them out onto cardstock? Well, we score them. That's the score lines. Those are little fold lines. So what we do is we take a nice paper clip and we press using a ruler to make sure we get that line just straight. So we're just pressing a little along those lines with a big old paper clip. And we're going to make those fold lines. So that's what we're going to do on all 3 sheets. Then what? What do we do with all those solid black lines? Well, we take out a pair of scissors, a big old pair of scissors that you really enjoy using. Don't use scissors that are uncomfortable. Like if you're left-handed, don't use right-handed scissors. See if you can find a pair that are really comfortable to use and cut out along all those solid black lines. Now this one's kind of tricky because see how the pieces are kind of upright next to each other? Just follow along all the solid lines. Even if those solid lines, see there's some there that are touching each other, you're gonna have to cut past. We wanna use as much of this paper as we can. So we made these templates as big as we could. So just cut out all these pieces. Be very careful. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. You can either print out the templates and do them all over again, or you can just use some tape and fix the issue. It's really great and easy. All right, so let's cut out all these pieces and take your time. Sometimes what I'll do, and you can see my helper here, Kirsten, she will sometimes turn the paper and keep the scissors in one position, so that way it's a little bit easier. So you're gonna cut out all these pieces, and then, okay, we got all our pieces. Now we're gonna just pre-fold some of these pieces, and because we scored along all those folded, all those dotted black, I can't even get it right. Because we scored all those dotted black lines, it makes it so much easier to fold. Look at that. So we're just pre-folding some of these pieces so that our paper knows which way to go. When you score the paper, it kind of breaks up at a really small level, breaks up some of the fibers in the paper, and it makes it much easier. It's almost like we're telling those paper fibers, fold right here, and that's so much easier. So see, we're just pre-folding it, getting everything ready, and we're gonna pre-fold all of these different pieces at those dotted lines. So let's go through and we'll pre-fold some of these other pieces here, just like that. And now, let's get to assembling. What do we need to assemble this? Well, let's get some glue. Good old craft glue. All right, let's use this piece first. Now we're gonna glue, see this piece here? And you see this triangle here? We're gonna glue these 2 pieces together using our good old-fashioned craft glue. And we're gonna make sure that the nozzle is clear so we can squeeze out the glue and it's not a gigantic puddle. I just did that the other day and it was such a mess and I had to get a napkin to clean it up. Anyways, we're gonna glue, see this triangle area? Look at this, we're gonna fold up these pieces so you can really see where it goes. And there's a gray area. See, that's why we make those little gray areas, and they usually say glue blank here. So we're going to glue this just in place. And we always make the gray area the same shape as that piece we're gluing into place. So look, we're going to be real careful. And it's pretty easy. Take your time. And once you've glued it into place, press it down, make sure it's good and flat, and leave it for a minute or 2 just to let it dry. You'd be shocked if you don't use a lot of glue. If you use just, a thin layer of glue, it will glue very, very quickly. And now let's do the opposite on this other side. See that triangle? That's the same shape as this piece that's right next to it. And we're gonna paint in the glue here. You need to just draw it in and sort of fill it in. See, just very lightly. And we're going to do the same here. Put it into place. And this is going to be the base of our woven basket. See, there's 2 different bases. And they're going to go one on top of the other. See, just like that. And then look at when they go one on top of the other, you can see that some of those lines sort of interlock with each other. See this square here? We're going to put some glue in that square. And we're going to draw it into the edges just like this. Not too much. Don't make a big old glue puddle. I'm going to glue it in there. Okay, so there's our glue area. Now watch. See this piece? It's going right on top. And you're going to make sure, see how those different the woven parts. So see how those rectangles, those strips, they interlock, they kind of they're varied. So one and then the other and then the other and the other. So there should be two different colors, just like that. So that's how they lock together. So you're going to have a really strong bottom of the basket and these other pieces sort of interlock. We need long strips to interweave between those varying different straps. So see these last pieces, these single long rectangular pieces. We're going to glue them together. And see this little gray area here? Well, that's going to glue just like that on this one right here. See, look at that. It was just in place. So that was, see, that goes to D. So we're just going to make sure it glues in place. And the reason why we're doing this is, you know, in order to make these templates fit on regular size cardstock, we had to cut these long strips into two pieces so that they would fit on the page. Aha! So we're going to make, that's one strip, just like that. And we're going to glue this one more time. And that's going to go glue onto itself. Look at that. So it glues just right there. And we're making a long strip of paper. We're gluing this all together and it makes the square. See that? Now we're going to use that to weave between our basket parts, and we're going to make more. So let's see, we're going to make 1, 2, 3 more of these little squares of paper using these strips. So again, glue on the little tab. I love Easter, by the way. I love it. I love not only decorating Easter eggs, I love spring. And I also, because of winter, it's the worst. I love warm weather. And also, I love Easter because of candy. I love candy. I love candy. I get so excited. I've been hitting the microphone. I'm so excited about the candy on Easter. No, but I love decorating Easter eggs. And maybe I'll share some of those on my social media. Maybe we should have an Easter egg party. Maybe next year, not this year. I didn't make a plan for it. Maybe we should have an Easter egg party, craft party next year. I think that would be really cool. We could decorate Easter eggs on the YouTubes and on the Instagrams and maybe even on TikTok. Oh gosh, I might be on TikTok later this year. Wouldn't that be exciting? Maybe. I don't know. I'm excited for it. So we were making these 3 different paper squares, and it's always the same. We glue the tips, put glue on these little tabs on the tips, and then we fold over this piece just like that. Glue it to itself. So we're making 3 of these. So once we made that first one, you kind of know you know the score. It's this, we're putting the 2 pieces together and then gluing the tip of those. So there are our 3 paper squares, and now we're going to start a weaving. All right, let's start with this first one. We're going to take this first paper square, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold up this color. Okay, so this is our first color. Now you may print yours out on a different color than I have here. So whatever color it is, let's make sure you fold up all of the same color strips on your basket base. We're going to call that the basket base. All right, so make sure all the same color. Now, I would suggest, printing them all on different colors. Look at this. We're gonna put all those strips on the inside of our. We're gonna put all the strips on the inside of our paper square that we just built. All right, now this time we're gonna put our second paper square on the inside of our blue strips. So see what I did? The first one, it's on the outside. This one is on the inside. Now, see, look at this. Now we're going to take our leftover ones, weave it through and under. Look at that. So we're starting to see the checkerboard there. So we're going to take this and we're going to weave it under. All right. Oops, we got to keep it in place. So yeah, it's just like that. And if you have to adjust things, that's cool. So we're seeing that, okay, let's get this pink one in here. We're going to get right through there and up and in. Look at that. And make sure you hold your little paper squares in the right position. So there goes our, there we go. And sometimes you have to push it back down again. It's a little tough. It's a little tough. This is going to take some patience, but I think you can do it. Look at that. So we weave it over and then in and through, and then you're going to see it come up from the inside. Look at that. Those outer strips. Okay. Now remember, if yours is not starting to look like this, just rewind the video and watch how it's done again. How we started off. So we're going to put this in, up and over and in, and there it is on the top. Okay, so we've got two squares all woven in place. Oh, wait, mistakes. Mistakes happen. We do them all the time. I'm like the king of mistakes. So let's go in here. Let's make sure these inner strips come on the outside. See, because they're each one is doing the opposite of those strips. The one when one comes in, the other needs to come out, right? There it is. See how it looks? It should look kind of like a checkerboard if you are doing the different colors. All right, we're just going to place it down there in place. And now we're going to take our last one and we're going to, let's see here, we're going to put okay, it's going to go on the outside. Let's see which ones go on the outside. Let's make sure. All right, the blue ones go in. The pink stays out. Blue slips in. Pink stays out. So remember, there always changes. Whether it's in on the lower part, it goes out on the next part. So we could put the blue in, pink stays out. Blue in, pink stays out. All right, so we're weaving that little paper strip in place. This is looking really pretty too. I love this. This is super cool. I think it's one of the best Easter baskets I've ever made. This is really fun. And it's not easy. You got to be really careful about making sure that your woven paper stays in place. So there we go. We've woven it. Let's check it out. Let's make sure. Let's look at it on all sides. Should all line up. Now we're going to take some glue and we're just going to glue the top. See how the inside, we're going to put a little dot of glue on the top here on each one of these little strips to glue it in place. And it should, we want to make sure that the top of the glue square, or excuse me, we want to make sure that the top of our little paper square on the top, and everyone is you know, if you this way you can check, glue it on the inside and on the outside, so on the top square, just like that. So we got our little, we're lining it up, making sure it's just in place. And we're going to glue it on the top square on the inside and the outside. So wherever there is, we're tightening it up. See how tightly we've pushed down the paper squares that we use to weave the strips in and outside. So glue it on the top part of the flap onto our paper square on the top, just like this. And that way we can stabilize where our woven paper basket, it stabilizes and it keeps the other paper squares in place. Look at that. Okay, now that we've glued the topmost part of that top paper square, And if you have extra paper at the top, see this little area at the top, the little pink of the flap? You can fold it over and glue it down to itself if you like. You don't have to. If you don't have the space to do it, you don't have to, but you can. See that little area there that's left over, that's on top, that's kind of free? You could just fold it over the top, and it'll make a nice rim around the top of your paper basket. And you could do it for both sides, for the outermost pink side and the innermost blue side. You can do it for both sides. Or you can use your pair of scissors if you have that extra paper. You can either fold it over or cut it off. Now we're gonna decorate it. We got all these extra pieces, we can make a cute little bunny character, or you can leave it plain. You don't have to add these extra bunny pieces. So you just do that however you like to do. So really important for our basket is the handle, and we're gonna glue it on opposite sides. So take a nice bit of glue, make sure you hold that glue down, that piece glued down long enough so that it holds. Let it dry and do the opposite side. And then you can add all these other pieces like the little tail. Oh, it's a little cottontail, or the ears or eyes or whatever. You can make a really cute little bunny basket, or you can leave it without the facial stuff for the bunny. You can do whatever you want. Get some Easter grass, put it in there, put some candy in there, maybe an egg or two, and you've got yourself a beautiful woven paper Easter basket. Oh my God, this is so cute. It's a little more complicated than some of the stuff we've done before, but I think it's really cute. You just need a little patience, it takes a little time, but it's worth it for Easter. Hey everybody, happy Easter! First of all, this is Matthew Reinhart. If you enjoyed this special Easter craft, be sure to hit like and subscribe. If you want to see more, hey, if you have ideas for future crafts, let me know. I'm definitely listening. And hey, we got one more Easter craft coming, so happy Easter. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.